after a while, I thought, okay, I want to be independent, financially independent when I'm a mother, when I am a little bit older.
Hello and welcome, Catching Secrets Insiders. Catching, this is Bernie, and we are welcoming today an awesome woman, Sarah Lindner from Germany, and she's an expert in real estate. Welcome, Sarah.
Hello, Bernie, Kaching, and you have such a nice background there. It is so cool. We spoke about it. You have been inside the pool some minutes ago, so really nice. I am really happy looking in your face and in your background.
Yeah, me too. So I'm here on Cyprus. We just moved here to this island, and it's a beautiful island. So come over anytime if you're here. Just get in contact, and we will meet up here. And so really, it's worth coming to this island. If you love freedom, if you love living the life, desire, just come over. And also, it's opportunities for real estate, which is our topic today. So usually we are investing in stocks and cryptocurrencies, and today we said we will enhance our program. So we will think about investing into other asset classes like real estate, because it's all about diversifying. It's all about spreading your risk over several asset classes, and that's what we are always talking about, and that's why we have invited Sarah. So Sarah, the first question to you is, tell us something a little bit about your background. So why real estate? How long are you doing that? What did lead to that topic? And you're free to go.
Thank you very much. So actually, I am north of Germany in Hamburg, where I am living and staying with my little son. He's 3 years old, and I come from the journalism. I was a TV journalist here in Hamburg in the public television. And before, of course, I studied. I did all the normal way. And then after a while, I thought, okay, I want to be independent, financially independent when I'm a mother, when I am a little bit older. Then I want to have no thinking of money anymore. So that was in my early 20s and early 30s. Then I started that. Now I'm 40. I'm financially free, financially independent, and I help others, especially women, because I think there is a big a lack of knowledge, of financial knowledge, financial intelligence. I want to help mothers and women to become financially independent. And I think we share the same values. So we share, I think, the values of freedom, of growing our personality, of letting others get knowledge, becoming smart investors. And I think real estate is kind of a tool. It helped me, but everybody is free to find his or her own tool. So, but for me, real estate is one of the tools which made me financially independent.
And this is really awesome. I mean, financial independence, especially for women who are really there's a gap between men and women. So women are the better money managers, statistics show, but 80% of men are managing finances and are doing the investing and trading stuff. So there is a huge gap to fill, and a huge room for improvement. And awesome that you're stepping in here. So what do you think when is the right time to invest in real estate? I mean, we're seeing stocks are dropping, cryptos are dropping. Slowly, we're getting to let's say floor, or in a valuation of companies that are some kind of realistic again. But what real estate? Is real estate dropping? Is it growing? So is there a historical background? When is the right time to invest into real estate? What do you think?
Yeah, that's a very, very, very good question. When is the right time to come or to get into a market? First, one step behind, I want to say why women and men are different. Perhaps in in the topic of investing, and it has also to do with the right time to invest. When there's insecurity in the market, and nowadays there's a lot of insecurity, there's nobody can really getting the point of what is there outside. It is going up, it is going down. So there is insecurity. And normally people who are insecure are fearful. And when people are fearful, normally what they do is nothing. So they are waiting. And I think just waiting and looking what everybody else is doing, that is a wrong way. Now is the time to prepare. Like you are doing, you are giving mentorship, you are giving courses. There is a right time to invest in yourself every time. So investing in yourself, nobody can take it from you. Nobody can get that away. So there's no inflation of your own knowledge. And I think now is a time to prepare. Sometimes it's already now a time, a good opportunity, a good deal, and you can buy a property because it is so different. If we're speaking of big cities, of different part in the big cities, of smaller towns, or if we are speaking of a person who have a very good credit score in the bank, or a person who is perhaps looking for somebody who has a good credit score. So what I'm also teaching is kind of cooperation between different people. What I'm doing at the moment, I'm looking at the market prepared. So I look there, I watch the market, I look at that prepared. So if I know this deal is kind of interesting for me, then for me it is the right time to buy and to get into the deal. I cannot say if everything is no good or everything is no bad. You have to get your lenses on. You have to clear your glasses and don't panic because everybody else is like insecure. What to do, what are you doing? So this is talking. This makes me more, more insecure. I want to step back, but not like I'm not doing anything, but stepping back to have a brighter view of everything. So I hope my English is understandable because normally I'm talking in German, but for me it's also a challenge to get this knowledge in the street in English. So I hope you understand my point, Bernie.
Absolutely. I mean, and I personally understand you really well. So your English is really good. That's fine. And it's about you mean it's called the dissociation in the psychological meaning. So that means you're taking a step back, and then you're watching yourself from the outside, as from a third person view, for example, and you say, okay, you are in that situation right now. What are your options in a most objective way? So excluding all the emotions, excluding all the personal influences, maybe the subjective views, and then get them the most possible or the best possible view from third person perspective. Is that what you're meaning? And then
yes, that is a personal way of seeing it, and then also for the market. So there are opportunities at moment where you can get your money in and where you can make a very good deal. I'm always using money from the bank, so I'm always working with the credit, with the debt. But not with a bad one, not my consumer debt, but with mortgage. Yeah, say mortgage. Yeah. So I'm always using money from the bank, and in times of inflation, you really can profit from this because what's happening if the inflation comes and will get bigger and bigger, also the money you leveraged, your money you get from the bank is also decreasing, is also getting thinner, no, the debt. So what I'm doing is I'm watching the market. I'm watching which kinds of deals are coming into the market at the moment. Where's the price? At the moment we have a lot of high prices because what I see is kind of some people are using this time to get rid of their houses. Tax-free. After 10 years in Germany, you can sell your house tax-free. So a lot of people are doing this at the moment. But if you wait a little bit and if you really watch the market, you can have great deals. At the moment, I have such a great deal. Normally, I'm buying houses, so bigger houses with a lot of flats, because I have more opportunities then. But now there's one flat, especially one flat in not big city, but not small city, but medium big city, and this flat is kind of really cheap. So I'm in this deal, I'm negotiating at the moment this deal, and I'm perhaps buying this deal. And I don't mind what other people say if the market is good or bad, because I know the price for this flat is under market. And at the moment I can lend money, no, not lend, sorry. I can borrow money from the bank, yes, with higher interest rates than 2 or 3 months before. That is right, the interest rates went up, but compared to what I can get out, return on invest, it is quite okay. Perhaps it is quite cheap to buy.
Okay, and how do you determine when which price is cheap for a property? Is this do you compare the offers on the market, or is it just a feeling from yourself, a personal feeling?
No, it's not a feeling. No, it is comparing the market. I have, for example, I have different lists for different cities. I'm not watching every city. I'm not expert for every city in whole Germany. I cannot be an expert for everywhere and every street. But I have some towns, let's say, not towns, but cities, not towns. I have some cities, I think they are really interesting. It is kind of universal cities, although they have a university. They have more younger people than in the average. So they are growing. So young people come into the city, are studying there, are working there. So I think that this is good for the future, because I'm always having my lenses of long-term investing. Then I'm watching the city structure. If I like the city structure, if I like the infrastructure of the city. And then I compare the prices, the offered prices, to the prices normally paid. And of course, I look at the house or at the flat, if it is good, if it's in a good position, or if I have to rebuild it totally in 3 years. So of course, I watch everything. So, and with my mentees, I'm also checking everywhere where they want to buy, where they want to invest. So I have a kind of general overview over the market. And then I can say, this is perhaps cheaper than normally, or this is just average. And if it's just average, sorry, I will not buy. I'm not buying for average or for high priced. I'm not just giving away my money. I want to have money out of it. And I have one sentence, I have one slogan: the investor makes money when buying. The, how to say, spekulant, the
speculators.
The speculators are making money when selling. So I am buying, and I want to have my money when I'm buying. I'm buying, and then I will say, okay, this was a good deal. And now it can get better and better and better.
Can you repeat the saying again?
Yeah, the investor makes money when the investor is buying. The speculator is just making money if he's selling high. So he's like kind of, oh, I hope the price will go up. I hope so much. I don't want to hope anything. I'm not having my glass bowl here. I'm not hoping. I'm just calculating. And when I'm buying, I know I have made a good deal. That is what.
Okay, yeah, that's great. That's a great saying, because that's also applies to the stock market or the cryptocurrency market. So or in general, it applies to any company purchasing goods and services, because the cheaper you buy, the more you can make profits out of that. And if you buy expensive, but you try to sell very expensive as well, then your price is very high, and it's likely you make not so many profits. That's cruel. That's a real cruel framing, and very interesting.
Yeah, and that's it. And for that you have to watch a market. You have to be inside the market. That's why I don't listen what others are saying. I make my own plan. I make my own opinion. I'm just not listening if somebody's saying, hey, Sarah, I know this is a good deal, just buy it. then I say, okay, let me check it. Thanks for this kind of tip, but nothing else. I'm not trust other people when it comes to money. I make my own cash flow analysis.
Oh, that's very good. That's always something we always say. Take care about of your money yourself. So never give it away. Never let others steal with your money, because then you can make the most out of it. And
Yeah.
you have the security that it's in good hands. Because
Yeah.
it's in your hands.
Why are people not doing it? Because people don't want to make their own mistakes. Because imagine I choose my own plan. I make perhaps a mistake, and I have done mistakes also. I have done mistakes. Of course, I have done mistakes. And then the person in the mirror, you have to watch the person in the mirror and say, okay, you have done a mistake. But if I listen to somebody else, then I always can give the guilt away. He was so bad. He told me this kind of tip, and this was just a bad tip. So I've never have to reflect my own mistakes. But people who are really big, they make their own choices. They make their own faults. They make their own mistakes. And then they say, okay, I'm standing here. I have done this kind of mistakes. Just the only thing is never make a too big mistake. So don't make a mistake which is so big that you are outside the game. That would be game over. It's also okay, you can come in this game again, but it takes you years and years to come in this game again. And that is kind of losing a lot of time.
Yeah, taking baby steps and making your own experiences. I mean, we all have made mistakes. We all want to prevent this stepping out of the comfort zone, because it's so cozy and comfortably in the comfort zone. But every time when we're stepping out of it,
we are growing.
I'm talking to our viewers now. I mean, remember, whenever you have left your comfort zone and you're taking a view back, was it worth it, or did you regret stepping out of your comfort zone? And I would say, in most of the cases, from speaking for myself, I don't know what about you, Sarah, but in my own life, every time when I took a step out of my comfort zone, it was I was growing in a retrospective. So when I watched it afterwards, in the first moment it felt uncomfortable. It felt there's something coming up. It's new. I feel some pain maybe, but afterwards it was always, oh my God, why didn't I do that much earlier? So that's exactly what we're talking about. Very good.
Yeah, and why are people not doing? Because we have not learned that. We have always learned also a lot of people, perhaps not everybody, but a lot of people have always learned, go very, don't risk too much, go slowly, care what other people are thinking of you, don't stand up for your own, it is egoistic, just don't make mistakes, be perfect, don't risk too much, you can fall and that hurts, and so on. And we have learned all that because people who like us want to take care of us. They don't want to see us fall. They don't want that we have a bloody nose, of course. But sometimes to be strong and to get stronger, you have to make your own mistakes, and you have to see yourself in the mirror and say, okay, that was wrong. It was okay. I make a mistake. It was wrong. And now I learned something and I go further. So, but I think especially women, we didn't learn that. We just take care of our clothes. Don't fall, don't make yourself looking bad, and don't go into the mud. So perhaps for boys it's okay to fall and to have all the scratches and everything, but for women, please
especially
be a woman, be a lady, don't fall. No? So what I want to say is, please, business women, you are really forward. So please also risk to go forward with the topic of money. And if you don't trust yourself, just come into my course and we make ourselves pushing forward a little bit more. Yeah.
Yes, and this is a good word to finish up for today. I have written down a lot of topics for the next meeting. So we will do those meetings once a month, we agreed, and we will integrate also some real estate topics with you together into our Catching Secrets programs. and people are welcome to contact you as well, Sarah. So to all the viewers, if you want to know more about, so I've noted down, for example, the topics, how you get depth in these times. So you talked about getting some mortgage to some OPM, so other people's money, to finance, to leverage your own money, or how can you start, how can you begin, how can you get it going, or how do you find great offers. So these are all topics that we will cover in our future sessions. So just stay tuned. And if you have any questions, drop us a line to clientcare@kaching.net, and go to the website of Sarah. If you're interested in her programs, you will find some information here. Sarah, what last words for today? What can you tell our viewers for until next time?
Just the repetition of investors make the deals when they invest, when they buy, and speculators make the deal just by hoping. So be an investor and not a speculator.
Great. What is your website? Can you tell it as well?
www.saralindner.com.
Sarah with an H. So Sarah.
Yeah, with an H in the end, right.
Lindner.com. Awesome. Cool.
Thank you, Bernie. Was nice.
Thanks. Yeah, it was a really huge pleasure. Questions, please, clientcare@kaching.net, or you can drop us also a comment below, and then we will be happy to forward it to Sarah or to answer it directly. And thanks for taking your time, Sarah. It was a really nice meeting. Really nice meeting you. And I'm looking forward to our next meeting. The date for it, we will publish the date soon, so we haven't fixed it yet. But that's it for me from my side. I wish you an awesome day, an awesome week, an awesome month. Enjoy the weather, enjoy life, and become an investor. That's very important.
Cool.
So last words from you. Otherwise, nothing to say, nothing more to say. See you next time. Yeah. Okay. Ka-ching. See you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Please be aware, we are no financial advisors. We do not provide any advice. We only share our experience, and our results are not typical. If we mention any stocks, funds and other type of investments, it is for educational and illustrational purposes only. Most people are unable to achieve similar results to ours. If you want to achieve similar results, you have to commit yourself to systemize, to learn and to stick to the rules.